Dear students, today we'll discuss about properties of determinants. So without wasting time, quickly we'll come back to the derivation. First proof, property 1. So in the property 1, the value of the determinants remains unchanged. Its rows and columns are interchanged. Suppose just I'll give one small basic example like A1. So if you can take some example like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 4. So this is the determinant is, this is the determinant. After evaluating, suppose you got the answer, say 5. Just simply think like that, it is a 5. But now, if you interchange rows and columns, look here. Here 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is a row. Now you make it as column 1, 2, 3. Here again 4, 5, 6 is a row. You make it as column 4, 5, 6. And here again 1, 1, 4. 1, 1, 4 is a row. You make it as column 1, 1, 4. You can expand either by using first row, first column, or second row, third row, first column, any row. Definitely the answer will remain same only. The answer will be 5. So once again here you see, with this you can understand what is the meaning of this. Try to understand this. The value of the determinants remain unchanged. The value of the determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. Here 1, 2, 3 I have made it as this is a row, and same 1, 2, 3 I made it as column. Even though after interchanging, the value of the determinant remains same. So here with this, now we'll go for proof now. I'd like to say this. So suppose first we have taken one determinant here. Let delta we have taken, or see you can, while proving, no, you must understand the concept, the meaning of the property, because future you will have to apply these properties to solve the determinants. So if you understand the meaning of this property properly, you can definitely effectively you can use it in the problems. Suppose I have taken A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. This is the determinant I have taken. Assume that after expansion, I got answer delta. I got answer like delta. Okay, or let delta is equal to, this is the first determinant I have taken here. Expanding along first row. Expanding along first row. First row I am expanding here once again. Plus A1. At A1, vertical line get cancelled, horizontal get cancelled. Therefore, at A1 plus A1, so that is B2 C3 minus B3 C2. Yes. Now next, first of all we have decided to expand it. Minus B1. Here I have written minus B1. At B1 again column S vertical line is get cancelled, complete horizontal get cancelled. The remaining is A2 C3 minus A3 C2. So A2 C3 minus A3 C2 I have written here. Next, plus C1, because we are expanding along first row. Plus C1. So at C1, complete horizontal, that is a row, has to be deleted. At C1, complete vertical, that is column, has to be deleted. Now what is left? That is plus C1, A2 B3 I have written here, minus A2 B3 minus A3 B2. So name it as 1. Name it as 1. Now, name it as 1 here. Now in this, interchanging rows and columns of delta. In the delta, look at here. In the delta, A1, B1 is row, I'll make it as here. I'm going to write that A1, B1, C1 row. I'm going to write A1, B1, C1 as column here. That is, I've written, I'm going to show you this, A1, B1, C1 as column. And A2, B2, C2 is row. I'm going to make it column. A2, B2, C2 column. In the delta A3, B3, C3, in delta A3, B3, C3 is row. Now I'm going to make, this is column A3, B3, C3. That is a new determinant is formed, that I'm going to name it as delta 1. So I've written here. Look at here. I've written this delta 1. So this is delta is the first time determinant. After interchanging rows and columns, I got delta 1. I got delta 1. So after interchanging delta 1, I've taken here. Yes. Now delta 1 is equal to, see here. Yeah. So delta 1 is equal to, see, by interchanging rows and columns of delta. In the delta, I've interchanged row and column. We get the determinant delta 1. So now I'm expanding along first column. Now I'm going to expand first column. Look at it. Plus, minus, plus. Plus A1 I've taken. A1 means complete horizontal get cancelled. Row get cancelled here. Column get cancelled. Therefore, what is left now? B2, C3 minus C2, B3 means B3, C2 I've written here. So this is I've written here. Look at it. Next. Here. Next minus, because we wanted to expand along first column, we are expanding. So we are expanding from first column. So minus B1 here I've written here. That is B1. At B1 row is deleted. At B1 complete column is deleted. Now what is left now? A2 C3 minus C2 A3. Same I've written A3 C2. Plus now look here. Now C1 plus C1, because we are expanding through first column. So C1 plus C1. At C1 row deleted, column deleted. Now what is left now? A2 C1 into A2 B3 minus B2 A3 or A3 B2. So then here you see delta 1 is equal to, look here. Here I'm going to see that A1 B2 C3 minus B3 C2. A1 B2 C3 minus B3 C2 minus B1. Here you see minus B1. A2 C3. A2 C3 here. Minus A3 C2. Here minus A3 C2. Plus C1. Plus C1. Plus C1. And here A2 B3. A2 B3. Minus A3 B2. Minus A3 B2. That means this is entirely equal to, from equation 1, it is equal to delta. It is equal to delta. Therefore, we got delta 1 is equal to delta. Delta 1 is equal to delta. That means first time you can think like this. First time you got answer delta. After interchanging, we got answer delta dash, delta 1, even though both answers are same. Even though both answers are same. So from this, the conclusion of this theorem is this property. Here afterwards, whenever in any part, wherever you apply, in applications, whenever you are applying in the problem, there is no need for you to think twice, no need to worry. Anytime you can interchange rows and columns of any determinant, even though the value of the determinant is unchanged. Look at here. Simply you can think like this also. This is the first time I've taken determinant. I got answer delta. After interchanging, this is the interchanging, I got delta 1, even though finally I proved that both are equal. Both are equal. Delta is equal to delta dash. So both are equal. So here in this case, this is the theorem. Now we can write. So for writing, I'm going to give you clearly, yes. So this is the theorem. Now we can go for it. Now we'll go for property number 2. Property number 2. So in the property number 2, here you see dear students, here also property number 2. This is also property number 2. In this property, look at, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, the sign of determinant changes. The sign of determinant changes. So this one, once again, I'll give the example from here. One example, just I'll give you one example. Suppose here, so some example, just we'll take one determinant, like roughly I'm taking. So don't be particularly the value, don't bother. Just I'm giving you example. Suppose 2, 1, minus 1, and 3, 4, 1, and 0, 2, 3. I've given this determinant here. So this is the determinant. Suppose after expanding by using first row, second row, suddenly I'm going to write the answer is, suppose I got answer is 5. I got this answer is 5. That means the sign is plus 5. Now look at here. You can take any two rows. You take any two rows or any two columns. That means here, now this is R1 and I am taking R2. Suppose R2. Now I'll keep this R2, entire R2, I'll shift it to R1. Entire R1, I'll shift it to R2. That means here, that is the thing it is. See now, here how it will be. 3, 4, 1, I'll make it, that is second row, I'll make it as first row. First row, I'll make it as second row, 2, 1, minus 1. And third row will be same, 0, 2, 3. Even though after interchanging here, what I did, R2, I'll send it to R1. R1, I've sent it to R2. Two rows I've interchanged. Whenever in any determinant, if you interchange any two rows, the answer remains the same, but only sign changes. Here you got plus, then here you got this is plus here, definitely you get here minus. Suppose if you get here minus, this will become plus. That is what is the meaning that you wanted to see, that you try to understand. If any two rows or two columns, if any two rows or two columns of a determinant are interchanged, then sign of determinant changes. Sign of determinant is going to be